Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Florence Foster Jenkins. I basically worship at the altar of Miss Meryl Streep. She can pretty much do no wrong in my eyes. Even when she signs on for a not so great movie, she somehow continues to shine in said movie. So I didn't know too much about Florence Foster Jenkins going in because I saw this like a month ago, if I'm being honest, and they haven't really had a lot of promotional materials about it yet. But I went in, I heard Meryl Streep was in it, and was like, oh, I'm on board. I'm ready. Let's see this film. And wow, what a pleasant, wonderful movie this turned out to be. First of all, the acting was just spectacular. If you are one of those people who wants to know why Meryl Streep gets nominated year after year at the Academy Awards and is just so critically lauded, you should watch something like Florence Foster Jenkins, because she's able to take a character that can be so ridiculous at times and situations that are just completely outrageous and inject heart and believability to each and every one of them. She was fantastic in this movie and shows why she deserves the praise she gets time and time again. She sells absolutely everything in this movie, from the horrible singing moments to the over-the-top acting moments to the really deep and personal moments that we have with the character. And at all times, she feels like a real person. She never pushes it into a cartoon. She never makes it feel more ridiculous than it needs to be. And she's game for everything. We all know that Meryl Streep can actually sing pretty well, as we've seen, in Mamma Mia and Into the Woods. And she's able to really sell the bad singing here and make us fall in love with Florence herself. Hugh Grant is also very good in this movie. He brings a lot of heart, a lot of warmth to his character. You straddle that line of thinking, is he a bad person? No, he's good throughout the movie, and he sells that very, very well. You can just feel the love for his wife oozing through the screen, no matter what it is that he's doing. And then Simon Helberg was wonderful in this movie. I've watched Big Bang Theory a few times at least, and his character is always my least favorite. I can't stand that character on there, and I actually can't stand the way he portrays the character either. So when he first came on the screen in this, I was like, oh God. But he was really, really good. Again, he never pandered down to the character he sold. A little bit quirky of a person, but sold him as a real person. He had humanity in there. He wasn't judging this person. And it was wonderful to watch. Again, somebody who was going through a lot of internal struggle as we progressed throughout the film, but he brought it to life fantastically. Rebecca Ferguson was also in this movie. She's not really given that much to do. So, she's there. She's fine enough, and that's really what this movie has going for it, is it just has so much heart. And this cast does such an amazing job of bringing that heart to the screen that it's so hard not to just feel warm and happy as you leave the theater. And the script is also very strong and helps really bring it to life, as well as the directing, just really good, really brought this whole weird, crazy scenario to life for the audience. And you're going to leave having laughed quite a bit because, again, Meryl Streep is not just a great dramatic actor. She's a really strong comedian, and she sells it here. You're gonna want to cry a little bit, and you're going to feel inspired and uplifted. And I really enjoyed this film. As we get into the negatives of the film, I think some of it is contrived. I know this is a true story, and this actually happened. It does really make you think, how did that happen? How was this at all allowed to go down? There's one part where the audience is just acting outrageous, and just because one woman stands up and starts yelling, they calm down. It seemed very strange to me that they turned like that on the drop of a dime, and it never felt authentic. It never really felt earned in that regard. Also, the overall message is to kind of follow your dreams, and you deserve your shot at your dreams and never stop. However, this is an extremely wealthy woman who pretty much is able to buy her way to her dream. And it really sends a conflicting message because there's a lot of other people in here who kind of achieve their dream, or they're kind of ashamed to be associated with this dream, that never do get there and who are much more talented than our lead is. But because she has money, she's able to kind of buy her way to the top. So while the top level of the message is great, the just underlying message that pretty much, when it comes down to it, money always wins out even over talent. And that's a pretty terrible message, actually. And I don't think that the producers and filmmakers really caught on to the fact that they were making a movie with such a terrible message. But hey, it's probably how they live their own lives too. I'm not judging them, but that's probably why they didn't understand that not a great message to send. But I guess a true one, so buck up if you want to make it in Hollywood. And I'm going to say avoid most of the trailers because they show way too much. I think this movie does not really hinge on spoilers, and I don't think spoilers are actually going to ruin the experience of the film because it's more about how it makes you feel and spending time with these characters, but they just show way too much in the trailer. So avoid them if you can and just go see the movie because it's pretty darn good. And I think that Florence Foster Jenkins deserves a full price ticket. It's definitely not one that I think you're anticipating going to see on a Friday or Saturday night at your local cinema, but it definitely deserves your ticket because it is a really good movie that I think you will leave the theater very happy you went to experience. So, that has been my review of Florence Foster Jenkins. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Florence Foster Jenkins? And what is your favorite Meryl Streep film? Let me know either in the comment section down below or hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!